up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the show, I am your host, Rashid White. My boy, Beric Burrell, is back with us. All right, man. MIA for the last week or so, man. He's back. And I gotta apologize for the last couple of videos, man. For the people that do normally watch this joint, man, the audio was like really bad. Issues with the microphone, but you know, I think everything should sound good from over here. All right, enough of that. Let's get into the video. Kyrie Irving is being removed from the Nets ads with Kevin Durant and James Johnson. Now, it could mean a couple of things. I wouldn't say a lot of things, but a couple of things where it could be false advertising to actually say, okay, well, like let's say for like if you're buying a ticket and you want to see the big three play, well, Kyrie's not going to play in 41 of these home games, so you have to remove him from the ad. Or a report coming from Stephen A. Smith saying that Kyrie Irving is close to requesting a trade from the Brooklyn Nets, and who knows who's he really upset at? What could it be? The city of New York? Because remember, this is not a Brooklyn Nets issue. This is a New York City issue. De Blasio. And like I said, De Blasio, back off, man. I'm warning you, back the F off. Beric, your take, man.
Sure, my take. In regards to De Blasio, I have nothing to say about De Blasio.
Not De Blasio, about this whole situation with,
Well, this situation is, we've been talking about Kyrie Irving and what's been going on with Kyrie, and right now Kyrie is making the right decision. And the reason why he's making the right decision is because he has to do his due diligence and do his research on what's going on with that vaccine. If he doesn't feel like that vaccine is up to snuff and he doesn't want to have the injection, then he shouldn't do it. That's his right. Now, what's happening around the NBA and around the Brooklyn Nets in particular is that they want him to take the injection. So they can just simply move on and say we are all vaccinated.
Listen, I'm a basketball person. I love basketball, man. I care more about this man's health and whatever religious perspective that he actually has towards it, or philosophical perspective that he actually has towards it. That means more to me than basketball, especially his health. Like I said, now we don't know that he consulted with his doctor, and this is his own personal private business. I want to tell people that, man. We don't know if his doctor said, hey, listen, maybe you have some high antibodies. This happened to one of my wife's friends. High antibodies, just hold off on the vaccine until the antibodies come down some. Because, you know, Beric, giving a person with a vaccine that has high antibodies can cause, have a detrimental effect on them. So we don't know that. And it's none of our business. It's none of our business about his personal medical situation over here.
Well, that's the thing. The Brooklyn Nets are not taking that stand.
Yeah.
What they're saying,
like I said,
what they're saying to Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's that? No, I was saying is that the Brooklyn Nets should be more understanding to his position. But everything with Brooklyn Nets organization is about business.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think if Kyrie Irving's on the floor with them for 41 games at home, it's really going to stunt their ability to get to the playoffs or get to the finals. But they're not thinking that way. They're just saying, listen, we want you to take the injection to suit our needs and basically go with the new mandate that's in New York City, which is garbage.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, they should actually be fighting the De Blasio on this because the religious religious exemption is a law and has to be honored if he actually believes sincerely that he's against the vaccine in a sense, though, that it coincides with his religious beliefs. Same thing with philosophical or medical. You know, there's actual physical laws on the books about this over here.
Has Kyrie Irving come forward about his religious beliefs?
Well, we know he's a Muslim. He recently, about 5 months ago, I think about 5 months ago, converted over to being a Muslim, and we know how they can be. Like the Jewish people aren't going to take it. Jehovah's Witnesses, more than likely, I don't believe. I gotta find out, but I know like they have certain.
A few of them have.
Okay.
Yeah.
But a lot of them probably will not take it. You know, they see certain medical procedures that they will not do. You know, that's their religion. You know, and you're just gonna have to respect that, De Blasio. Yeah, you actually want to go ahead over here and be a tyrant, you know, and just control people and say, hey, we want you to do this. We don't care about all that stuff. Well, no, you should care. You absolutely should care.
And another thing that's going on too that we thought you mentioned. Well, basically you mentioned Stephen A. Smith talking about this trade rumor, but before we get to that, you know, KD's got his extension, and now Kyrie's supposed to get his extension, and now Harden will get his extension when Kyrie gets his extension.
Yeah.
So what does that mean internally with the team? You know, how much support is he getting from his teammates?
That's true. That's true. And listen, and if everybody around them got the jab, then you should be good. What is one person? You know, it's just like, all right, well, some people could be,
really
you know, germ phobia in a sense, though. You know, and if, you know, if I don't have a mask on and you're scared of not just a COVID virus, but any kind of, you know, like communicable disease, then put a mask on. If you got your mask on, why do I gotta wear a mask? You know, if you feel the mask actually protects you, right, then you're good. Yeah. You know?
But unfortunately, that's not the way they're thinking in Brooklyn. You know, that's not the way they were thinking in Golden State either.
Same thing, yeah, it's the same thing with the Golden State Warriors over here. But Stephen A. Smith over here, what do you actually think about him? I mean, this thing saying that he might want to request a trade from the Brooklyn Nets.
I'll believe it when I hear it. Very simple. I'll believe it when I hear it. But I mean, to give some type of a little soliloquy on it, I'll say this. If Kyrie feels like the Brooklyn Nets is not giving him the support that he thinks he needs, I know he's getting it from KD, but he's not getting it from the rest of the organization, and they don't give him the respect and respect his position, then I think Kyrie should go out and seek a trade.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. As much as that, you know, I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, man. I'm like, and I love watching this dude play, man. He's jaw dropping. Like I said, there's not many people. I said this is like the third video about Kyrie that I'm actually saying this on, is that most people can't duplicate what this man does. You know, just
no one. You know, it's funny. I've been asked a question from a friend of mine who's an extreme basketball fan. He asked me, if Kyrie was to be traded, who would basically become slowly close to his talent? I said the only place you can trade Kyrie is Portland and get Dame Lillard.
Yeah, no, I said that on my other video about the Dame Lillard situation. It's just his overall basketball IQ is just, I don't know. Sometimes I be questioning his shot selection. Does he elevate the other players around him? I mean, I watched Damian Lillard in the playoffs, and he's just like kind of, you know, does a defensive favor in a sense, though. You know, he just takes a lot of bad shots. Let's say the fourth quarter in a sense with Dame. With Dame, I mean, you know, listen, you're in an overtime game, right? Your legs are shot. Why the F are you pulling up from 33 feet, 34 feet from a three?
Because the majority of the time he makes those shots.
Yeah, he does, but I'm saying if your legs are shot, you know, you've been playing 4 quarters, you played 40-something minutes, and now you're in overtime. Why are you going to do that? That's a bad shot. And he can make it. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a bad shot. You know, he's better when he's actually putting pressure on the defense and then he has to try to make other players better. He just doesn't do that. You know, Kyrie Irving's basketball IQ is just overall better.
Yeah, that's all valid. But if you put Dame on the team with KD and Harden and the rest of those guys, I think Dame Lillard's attention to detail and his IQ will be a lot different and more superior to what he's been doing in Portland, along with his talent. Outside of that, I don't see anyone else that can come in there and somewhat get close to replacing Kyrie's talent. Outside of that.
Yeah. Like I said, Stephen A. Smith, he needs to be ashamed of himself and just really, honestly, just like personally boycott it. All right, we're gonna wrap this video up. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you.
Peace. Peace.